What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Now, today's first Entitled Parents story has to be up there for me with one of the most stupid that I've ever read. An entitled woman goes onto her Facebook page and decides to post her complaints about a brand new library that has opened up in the local area. Now, I know what you're thinking, that sounds pretty normal. She's obviously annoyed by something, fair enough. But no, what she's complaining about is their massive selection of rainbow books, as she calls it. That's right, books that are specifically for or talk about the LGBTQ+ community. I know, it's mental, let's get into it. Entitled Facebook Parents demands library removes all mentions of the LGBTQ+ community. This text shown below was taken from a Facebook post, which I came across moments ago, and immediately thought of this subreddit. Enjoy. So, here is the beginning of the post. Am I being paranoid? This was supposed to be a post about a wonderful new library that we found on our way back home from school. Instead, this is a call for help. More than ever, we need to protect our children from this evil indoctrination. Let me give you a little background. You probably all know how much we love libraries and books. With that being said, when we learned that the brand new West Perry Library finally opened their doors, we immediately headed over there. We found this awesome, almost magical place with a huge children's section. It is amazing. The kids just went crazy over the beautiful furniture, the toys, the decoration, and of course, the crazy amount of colourful children's books. We started going there almost every day. They no longer wanted to go to our other favourite places. No more playgrounds, pools, other libraries, or even the museum. All they wanted to do is go to the new library. But my excitement died quickly. Now I'm horrified and deeply upset. I want you to take a look at all the rainbow books that we have found in this magical place. Tons and tons of these materials, they are everywhere. In the kids section, in every bookshelf, even the baby shelves, the teen section, adult section, Spanish section, there's even a designated section for LGBTQ teens. Am I going crazy? Am I being paranoid? Do you see what I see? Are you concerned too? Please, tell me this is not normal. We've been to other libraries, even during Pride Month, and we've never seen so many books normalizing this lifestyle. Never. Dear rainbow people, as my kids respectfully call you, isn't your sexuality something private that you're free to live in your own terms behind your door? Why are you trying to impose this on my children? Why? Dear concerned parents, please help me call this library, or your local one if you've seen these books on every shelf as well. Help me make a respectful request to withdraw this material from our kids' reach. Us parents should be the sole educators of our kids in this important matter, and not beautiful, colourful, innocent books from our public libraries. That is not what our tax money should be used for. And that was the end of the Facebook post. Oh my days, what a roller coaster. As you can imagine, the replies were not what the person expected, and the page has given up responding to any comments that are posted. There are many other entitled posts on their page, as well as many homophobic ones. Let me know if you'd like to see any more. Like, honestly, what am I even supposed to say to this one? Seriously. Like, there's nothing that I can even say. It's the most stupid stuff I've ever read in my life. It is so dumb. On a public platform to write that. Like, to believe it is one thing. To write that as your views and expect other people to agree with you and say, yeah, you're so right. Let's get rid of the rainbow books. Are you dumb? Well, clearly you are. It's unbelievable. It really, really is. Okay, look, it's actually a great comment. I'm just going down the comments of this post. Librarian here. I've always said a good library has something to offend everyone. Everyone has the right to read what they want, and no one has the right to tell someone what they can't read. True. A library's got something to offer everyone, and a library's also got something to offend anyone, because, you know, it does offer something to everyone, and obviously not everyone's going to like everything in a library. Obviously. Jeez. Don't go putting it on Facebook though, you idiots. Now moving on to our next post. Entitled Parent steals my badge and risks jail time over a gallon of milk. Alright, so maybe it's cliche, but let me start by saying that I've been a long-time lurker and literally never expected something like this to happen to me. I regularly giggle to myself about how exaggerated or made up the stories on here are, because no one actually acts like this, right? Well, apparently I was very mistaken about just how entitled people can be, because this story happened to me yesterday. Please enjoy. A little background to start off. I started a new job with the county about a month ago. I was hired to be a juvenile correctional specialist. It's not a glamorous job, but I absolutely make sure my clients are safe, afforded every right they're entitled to, and I treat them with respect and dignity. That being said, I don't live in a grey area, and my uniform looks a lot like a police officer's uniform, so I never wear it outside of work if I can help it, just because I don't want to deal with potential issues, which seems to be the right call after this incident. It is also important to note that during my orientation, my training officer spent a literal hour explaining the many ways that are appropriate and inappropriate when it comes to representing oneself. For instance, in our county, I'm considered and therefore legally allowed to refer to myself as an officer of the peace, an officer of the county, an officer of the court, and a correctional officer. At no point and for no reason am I ever legally allowed to represent myself as, or even imply that I am an officer of the law, a police officer, or any other title of that nature. If someone assumes I am a cop, I legally have to correct them, or I could potentially lose my job, be fined, or even be arrested based on the situation. I will point out, however, that my uniform and badge carry the same legal obligations and repercussions when it comes to damage, theft, etc., because it's all considered county property. So yesterday, I get done working a double and get ready to leave work. I hadn't expected the forced overtime, so I hadn't checked the weather for the evening shift. Lo and behold, I had left my windows cracked through a rainstorm, and my extra shirt and jacket had gotten soaked. This would have been fine because it was dark, so I wasn't worried about someone seeing me go from my car to my house. But we were out of milk, and I really needed to stop at the Mart of Walls. Normally, I just take off my uniform shirt and badge and throw on my extra shirt. But I didn't really feel like donning a soggy top or going into the store in the tank top I wear under my uniform shirts. Plus, it was 50 minutes till close, and I was just running in and out, so what's the worst that could happen? Famous last question right there. I ran in, grabbed the milk, grabbed some ice cream because why not, and headed to self-checkout. The line was pretty long and wrapped around towards the entrance, so I was in a random entitled lady's direct line of sight when she stepped through the doors. Now, while she didn't fit the mold of the traditional Karen, I think she still counts. She was an older woman, probably in her 50s, in heels and a rather low-cut sundress, fake tan, fake hair, and clearly fake boobs. I clock her making a beeline straight for me in my periphery and continue staring straight forward because something about her seemed a little off. Maybe it was the odd gait with the slight stumble every few steps, or the fact that she was kind of mumbling to herself, but I had a feeling she was under the influence of something. She got about 5 feet away and I could smell the alcohol emanating from her. She then reached out and firmly tapped my shoulder. The following is our conversation, nearly word for word, as best as I can remember. "Excuse me, I'm so glad I made it before they closed." "That's great," I say, continuing to stare forward, attempting to ignore this woman. "Well, I just came in because I really need milk for my kids' breakfast tomorrow. Do you think you could help me out a bit?" "Sure, the milk is on the wall at the back of the store. Just head straight back down that main aisle and you'll walk straight into the dairy section." She looks at me dumbly for several seconds. "Well, that's not really what I meant. You see, I noticed that you have the same kind of milk that my family drinks, so I thought maybe you could let me have it. That way I can get home to my kids sooner. You know what, I'm very tempted to go and down a beer so I can enact this woman better, but I'm not going to do it. No thank you, I'm good." "Wait, what does that mean? I can't have the milk?" "That is correct. You can take 3 minutes to walk back and get your own milk, just like I did. That's how groceries work." Again, she stares at me for several moments, trying to process the situation through the haze of intoxication. You are being incredibly rude, and you shouldn't even be in here." "How do you figure that?" "Well, my tax dollars aren't supposed to be paying for the police to go shopping while on duty. Now give me that milk, and I want your badge number so that I can talk to your superiors about your inappropriate behavior." "Mom, I am not a police officer, and I am not on duty. I just happen to be coming home from work and I still have my uniform on." The woman then started to shriek and attract attention. "You're obviously lying. I can see your badge right there. I won't let you get away with lying just to protect your job." At this point, she begins to claw at the badge-shaped patch that is sewn onto the upper right shoulder of my uniform shirt. Not wanting to escalate things further, I took a step back and grabbed my real badge to show her. Now, it's not like a metal badge or a jacketed ID like cops or detectives carry. It's literally just a laminated card in a clear pouch attached to a retractable clip on my belt. The pocket also contains my electronic access card to the jail itself. The whole jail, not just the juvenile side, which was about to become a huge deal. I hold up my badge and show her. See how it says correction specialist, not police officer? Bold as anything, this crazy drunk reaches out, snatches my badge out of my hands, and rips it off my belt. Now at this point, the bystanders that had been nervously standing and muttering amongst themselves went silent, because, like most sane and rational human beings, they realised that it's never a good idea to take the badge of someone in a uniform, whether they're a cop or not. I myself took a moment to respond, because I truly could not understand the idiocy of stealing anything, let alone a badge, over a gallon of milk. I would have been within my rights to grab her and force her to give it back. But again, I didn't want things getting out of hand, so I decided to reason with her. Mom, I don't think you realise the consequences of what you've just done. That is the badge of a county officer, and stealing one is a misdemeanor if you're lucky. However, behind that badge is my swipe card for the jail. You've literally just stolen a key to the county jail, which is a felony with a potential 10-year sentence. This is absolutely true, by the way. I think you should probably hand it back to me right now, because I don't think a gallon of milk is really worth a decade of your life. The entitled woman now starts to look a little nervous. That's not what I meant to do. She looks at the bystanders for support. You guys saw how she was being rude to me, right? I was just trying to get her information and she wouldn't give it to me. I didn't do anything wrong, right? Unbeknownst to either of us, one of the customers ahead of us was either an off-duty cop or retired. I couldn't tell which. He piped up with, "Mom, I'd do as the officer suggests if I were you. I can't slap cuffs on you right now, but I've got a few guys on speed dial that would happily do it for me. And since they patrol this area, I'd say you've only got a couple of minutes to make your choice." And with that, he pulled out his phone and started swiping. Wait, sorry, so this guy just went on Tinder, randomly. I thought he was going to call his police mates, but swiping, hey, hopefully he found someone to match with. I don't know. All the colour drained out of the entitled parent's face, and she basically flung my badge at me as she jerkily rushed out of the store, ranting, mumbling loudly, something about how it was just a goddamn gallon of milk. I thanked the older guy and told him not to bother calling anyone. Everyone got through the checkout like responsible adult human beings, and I got to go home and enjoy my ice cream, having learned that I should really just do my shopping on my days off. Wow, a Karen plus alcohol is a deadly combination. I mean, look, you thought entitled people were bad. Give them a bit of alcohol as well, and wow, that's another level. Incredible. By the way, guys, comment down below, what did you think of my drunk entitled Karen impression? Was it good? I can't say it's based off experience, but I thought I'd just, try and slur my words a little bit. Let me know if it was good or not, or just sounded like I was about to have a stroke. It's either the two. Let me know down below. As for this story in particular, I mean, again, what can I really say apart from, you just don't do that. You just don't steal someone's badge. It also doesn't even matter, what it is of theirs. Don't steal anything from anyone. Why is she trying to take your badge off you? I don't get it. I really, really don't. Now, I do agree with her. Obviously, she wasn't trying to steal your jail key card, but still, don't steal anyone from anyone ever. What's the point? What are you going to gain? Are you going to try and sell the badge on eBay? What's the point? I don't get it. Wait, sorry, I've just clocked. Did this post say at the end that she got back in her car? Hey, sorry, she jerkily rushed out of the store. Did she get back in her car? She must have driven to the store, right? I assume this happened in America. Normally people drive to stores, do they not? To put your grocery away when you're finished with it. Otherwise just walking home, right? Did she get back in her car? If she did, that's a DUI right there. I can't work it out from the post. It's annoying. OP hasn't said it, but if she got back in her car, wow. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this one. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, and you want to see more from me, that's right, me, right away, check out a playlist of all my Entitled Parents videos right there. I guarantee you that you watching right now have not watched every single one of those videos. And if you have, comment down below, apple crumble. If you have, it's unbelievable. So only do it if you have, because don't cheat. Don't lie to me. You'd never do that. Don't lie to me. I'd never lie to you. Don't return the favor. Anyway, see you all tomorrow with a brand new video.